or in Sanskrit what they call as koham. Koham in the sense, meaning, who am I? What I am here for? What is the experiences that I am going through? Is it part of my own life script? Have I planned it? And if I can plan that, can I replan it in a different way? If it is a script made by me, written by me, can I rescript my life in a different way? If it is a result of my own actions or my own karmas, can I set aside those karmas? Can I change my life towards better? This is what Socrates said 2005 years back. He said, know thyself. Know yourself. Know who you are. And then you will understand, who am I? What is my life purpose? Why am I here? What are good things? What are good experiences? How can I convert the bad experiences into good experiences? Or how can I not convert, but at least understand these bad experiences as not bad, but just mere experiences? How can I feel detached from that? How am I not getting impacted because of those bad experiences? In short, how can I make my life beautiful? And that is why the situation is where we have to understand, who am I? That's why the whole presentation is on know thyself. But half of this presentation tells us that this is the way we are born, this is the script that we are writing for ourselves, this is the life plan we are going through, these are the cycles in the life that we are going through, all that we have studied. But does it mean that we have to ask this question only when we suffer? Is this the question to be asked only when we undergo the frustrations and depressions? Why can't we take some time out for us when everything is going on smoothly, when everything is going on good around us, when we think that we are probably on the right track of our life, when there are no depressions, no sufferings and no frustrations happening in our life? At that point of time, can't we think of this situation and understand who we are, and can we not just recheck upon where the life went wrong and can I make it better? Or are we going to wait for a point of time where we will be suffering, where we will feel frustrated, where we will feel depressed, where we will feel lost, and then only we will try to find out, who am I? What is my life purpose? See, prevention is better than cure. Why undergo the disease and then hunt for the cure? Rather, I would advise, suggest, have a preventive attitude. Understand right in the beginning so that the disease doesn't occur, so that you can avoid those bad experiences, what you call as bad, so that you don't feel attracted, attached to the negativities of life. That is why we have to understand, it's very high time for you to understand about you, yourself. You are, as I said, a soul. You have to transform yourself. You have to think about yourself. You have to introspect on yourself. You have to know yourself, and you only are important in this world. All rest of the things in this world, your family, your colleagues, your neighbors, your friends, everything comes later on. First you yourself. You have to understand the self of it, the self of it. Only you, your true self. The real wisdom lies in knowing about you, yourself. That's why Aristotle's quote is given, knowing yourself is the beginning of the wisdom. I read about Socrates, where in one story it was written that one of his friends, Socrates told his friend that I really feel very uncomfortable sometimes when people call that I am the wise person, I am the wisest person. I am sure there must be somebody else in this world who is wiser than me. But unfortunately, I do not know who is the person who is wiser than me. But I'm sure there must be people who are wiser than me. I'm not the only one. Now, there is a place in Greece, what is called as the oracles of Delphi. It is in Athens. It is a place where in those days it was believed that it is a valley on one side and hill on the other side, and through the valleys some kind of vapors used to come in those days, and people used to believe that those who would take those vapors in would become lightheaded, would get connected with the god, and would be able to speak with the god. Socrates' friend went there, went through the process, spoke with the god, asked him a question, is there anybody wiser than Socrates? The answer surprisingly came, Socrates is the wisest. The friend came back, told Socrates that the god says, you are the wisest. And the friend thought Socrates would be very happy to listen to this. But in fact, Socrates became very mystified. He just started thinking about himself. Why so? Let me still check it further. Further check it, just to validate. He went to a person who was a politician of the times, very highly talked about person, and he went to him, he spoke to him. After a long chat, Socrates found that this person can speak a lot, but this person does not know the basics of life. He is very ignorant about it, and the funniest part is he is not even aware that he is ignorant about it. So he is not aware of his own ignorance. Socrates made a poet thereafter, Socrates made a musician thereafter. And in everybody he found that they are good in their own faculties, they speak great about themselves, but there are many areas of life where they are not good at. Rather, they are very ignorant about those areas, and the greatest fun is that they are not even aware that they are ignorant about it. Socrates came home and he rethought, and then he understood when he introspected. He thought that yes, when the god says I am the wisest, the god doesn't mean I am the most intelligent person. God did not say I am the most intelligent person. God said I am the wisest. Because being wise is to know about your own limitations, about your own ignorance. At least I know that I am ignorant about certain things. I know that I do not know certain things. This being aware of certain things that is not known to us is a wisdom. So let us start understanding about our own self. Let us explore how we know ourselves, how this story unfolds further of knowing thyself. How would you know thyself? How would you explore thyself? How would you know Koham, who am I? One of the starting point could be self-belief. We are born with belief systems? No, we are not born with belief systems. When we take birth, every situation around us, every person around us, every experience that we go through creates some kind of belief in our mind. So beliefs are not brought, beliefs are what we learn here. Unless they are forming part of the Sanchit Karma, along with that some belief has come as a part of Sanchit Karma, then it is a different story. Otherwise the beliefs are what we learn here. What our parents talk to us right from our childhood, what our neighbors how they talk to us right from our childhood, how our friends interact with us and will give us various experiences or reactions to our experiences to them. All these various experiences that we learn in this lifetime create many belief systems. What is the belief system about self? Forget all other belief systems. What is the belief system about self? What do I believe about myself? What do you believe about yourself? Is what is a self-belief? Please explore that. Take some time when nobody disturbs you. Go into a very meditative mode. No sound, no noises are disturbing you. In that meditative state, ponder, think, meditate on this only question. What are my belief systems about myself? You may not readily get the answer immediately. Keep meditating. In one session, you may get some answers. Continue doing the meditations like this on the same question again and again till you come with a list of beliefs that you have about your own things, own self. Understand those. Find out if there are any beliefs that you need to work upon. Find out if there are any belief systems that you need to improve upon. This is one exercise. Let's understand about self-awareness as well as the next step. How much are you aware about yourself? How much do you really know yourself? We will do some exercise later on also just to understand this further. There is another step about consciousness. How much conscious are you about yourself? How much knowledge you carry about yourself? Write an essay on me, myself. Write an essay on yourself, point wise, not in sentences, and just write the bullet points about yourself. How much do you know yourself? You have to understand as a next step the self-love. Now they say that you have to love others, then only you will welcome love into your own life. How can you love others in your life when you do not love yourselves? When you look into your mirror, do you like your image? As it is, although you are thin, although you could be fat, although you are not very fair complexion person, although you are very dark complexion person, whatever you are, do you love yourself as it is? Ask yourself that question. Go home, look into your mirror, look into your own eyes in your image in the mirror. Ask yourself a question. Do I love you? Ask this question to your own image. Meaning, do I love myself? If the answer is slightly also yes, ask how much? Completely as it is? Being fat could be an improvement area for you to work upon. Being thin could be an improvement area for you to work upon. But doesn't mean you should hate yourself. How much do you love yourself? There's an exercise to do. A way to know yourself better. Explore about your self-efficacy. Explore how efficiently you can perform. When you are given any task or whenever you take any task upon yourself to perform, how best can you perform? Can you jot down the points about it? Your own count of performance, your efficacy. That will give you further enlightenment about yourself. Let's understand about self-transcendence. Transcendence is going beyond transformation. How much are you able to transform yourself? I recollect Wayne Dyer, one of the famous spiritual master, author, who has written many books, who has undergone lots of training with Tibetan masters and others, and who has been an enlightened soul himself. He says transformation can be broken into trance and formation, or rather transform and ation. trans denoting beyond, form denoting the current form, body, action denoting some kind of action to be taken with help of that body. So transformation could be going beyond the levels or going beyond the ability of this bodily action. What action this body can take, go beyond that. See, your body can have limitations, but you are not body. We have discussed it earlier. We have discussed it that we are a soul with a body around. We are not a body. We are intact. We don't die. Our body dies. We leave that here. We are liberated. If we are not a body and body has limitations, please understand, we as a soul are limitless. We are boundless. We are infinite. Understanding this concept, challenging this body and making it take certain actions beyond its perceived limits of actions, going beyond those limits and doing something great is what is expected of us as a human being on this journey of learning about the life plan, about the life.